Hey, this is Rob from JTRPodcast.com, Essen 2018. I'm here with Konstantinos from RTP Games, and we're looking at A Thief's Fortune. So can you give us a run through?
Oh, of course. So in Thief's Fortune, the story is that our hero is a very talented thief. He's in a Middle Eastern country, and the city he's in is called Nabara, and he lives all his life there, trying to steal here and there in order to make a living. So his talents are very big, and he decides to go for the palace, for the big treasure. So he manages to enter the palace, and as soon as he's in there, he discovers in the treasure room a mystical item, a magic hourglass. That as soon as he touches it, everything changes. He's having glimpses of the future, and based on the decisions he makes, he sees that future shifting. So the goal of the game is to try to find the perfect way to get as much treasure out of the palace as possible. And the trickiest part is that all players are potential future timelines of the same person. So all players are the same person in this game. And represent different decisions he makes.
Brilliant.
Or she. So let's talk a little about how the mechanics work. In the game, we have each player has a player area in front of them that is divided in 3 different sub areas. It's the future, the present, and the past. So we begin the game with a drafting phase. All players choose from 3 different card categories, which are locations, characters, and events. And what they do is they draft those cards around, picking one by one. There's a special drafting mechanism that allows you to keep a few cards for yourself each hand, and makes this drafting process different from what you normally see. And it also fits very thematic because the drafting is the decisions that your other selves just have to take. It will happen, but it just depends on who will make the decision. So every card you choose is placed in your future. And what you do there is you check out the loot that is indicated on each card, and you place that resource on the card. It could be more than one. This represents the treasures that you're taking out of the palace. Another unique thing here is that you don't have building cost on the cards. Instead, you get things from every card. So everything comes with free stuff on it. There's, however, a 5th resource, which is called danger. And some more powerful cards or thematically more risky cards also come with danger, which is treated as a normal resource, even though it does bad things to you. So as soon as you have everything set up and all players have drafted their cards for the round, what you do is you then collect a loot. So based on the round, you get resources from the cards in your future. And each time a card is emptied of resources, it automatically has to enter your present. And it actually becomes a reality. You meet that person, you go to that location, you encounter this event. So when the cards are placed in your present, it's very important to pay attention to the order they come in, because they trigger various combinations, which is this game is very rich of, because it's a card drafting engine building game. So you begin to fill the rows with cards that give you certain abilities. All the locations have ongoing abilities. All the characters have abilities that get triggered when you activate them. And finally, the events are also activated, but only once, and then go to your past, because it's a one-time thing. But you keep interacting with the characters, of course. So you collect the resources, and then there's an action phase where all these things in your present can start give you combinations, start interacting with each other, and give you the end result, which is fortune points. And it is what we play for. Finally, if any further cards above the capacity of 4 enter either row, then the leftmost card is pushed into your past. This person you met, this location becomes just a memory, but will still give you further points at the end of the game. So at the end of the game, you will have the winner who has the most cards from the sum of both the fortune track over there, plus any cards in their past. Finally, there's the last phase on each round, which is the bribe phase, because as we said, there is a negative resource in the game, which is called danger. And here is a danger track. Each player collects these tokens, and at the bribe phase you have to bribe these cards in order to leave you alone for a little bit. So you have to pay in resources in order to get rid of them for the round, but these do not go away. They will stay there and taunt you further on. However, if you can't pay, you will be losing fortune points, and then these go away. But it's a big loss for you.
Okay.
So that's in general the game. You play for 5 rounds, and as the game progresses, more and more cards come in, creating more interactions and more combinations.
Okay. Cool. And how many players is it for?
It's 1 to 4 players.
1 to 4 players.
There's a solo mode with solo achievements, and you have a separate game where you need to achieve specific situations and specific stuff in order to win, not just scoring.
Okay. And is this available everywhere at the moment, or just at Essen?
We've just released the game here.
Okay.
It's going to be available in the stores later on. We also run a Kickstarter in the summer. Okay. We will be fulfilling this next month, and then it will be available everywhere.
Brilliant. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.